Collagen back and it's collagen, it's back because he's in college and he's back, he's in college and he's back, he does college and he's back, he does college and he's back, collagen back and collagen back and collagen back.
Welcome back to College and Back, and today is a special day. I say that almost every time, but it really is a special day. It's a podcast. I got the Bickle Bros on with me, so I got Nick and Blake. How are y'all doing? I'll start with Nick. We'll start with you. How are you doing, Nick?
I'm vibing. We're chilling here, and I'm excited. I'm excited for this, and summer's here.
Yeah. How about you, Blake? How are you doing?
I'm glad to finally be back on the podcast. Nick didn't make the cut first round, but that's okay.
Actually, well, you can say that, but he was actually way before I even structured it. He was.
Yeah, we don't.
He was on too. So, but I do have to say Blake was on when I actually started doing it. I guess you could say.
So Blake was official. I was unofficial.
A little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, but, you were the side girl, and I was the main.
Hey, I mean, I don't mind being the side chick.
But I have to say, Nick and I have a channel together, and Blake, we don't have anything together. So.
We don't have that kind of love, but it's alright.
It's coming. It's coming.
So real quick, I've had each of y'all on this channel before, but I haven't had y'all together. So I want y'all to explain real quick how the Bickle Bros came to be and how y'all got that name.
I can explain how it to be, and Blake can explain the naming.
Right.
So Blake and I think y'all talked about it on the podcast with Blake. Is Beach Reach, and that's where Blake and I met. It's the first time I ever seen him. We met there, and it was definitely a weird relationship. It was just Blake being himself and me very confused, getting to know Blake. But by the end of it, we were talking pretty hard, and we were going to before COVID struck. And I did one of those things on my Instagram story of the ask me anything, bored, hit me up type of thing. And someone asked me, what's your dream job? And I said, I think running a podcast or a big podcast would be a dream of mine, or a radio show. And Blake private messaged me, and he was like, dude, let's do this. And I was like, you for real? And he's like, yeah, I think we could do it. So it pretty much went into effect there for the next, I'd say, week and a half. We were we just threw stuff together. We didn't really have that much of a plan. We didn't even have a name to it. We sort of just came together in the first episode, which I think we are probably going to try to get rid of just because it is notoriously bad. But that's where we came up with our name. So Blake, you wanna explain the naming process?
I was a huge fan of episode 1, a huge fan from the get-go. And anyway, we wanted to do a podcast. We just didn't have any planning. Nick was very good about detailing that. But we didn't really have a direction. And so we just thought about putting both of our names together, like they do in those cute relationships.
Yeah, I do. Wow, that was a voice crack. Holy crap, that was bad.
Yeah,
go
with
ahead.
Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber, Belina's, are you know what I mean? So that's pretty much, so we did Nick and Blake, and we got Bick. And then we were like, well, Bick kind of sounds like pick, and pick kind of sounds like pickle, and pickle reminds me of Pickle Rick. And so if we just do Bickle, then, might as well, right?
Gotcha. So I saw that you worked a fireworks stand a week before and on July 4th. So I want to hear about that.
Yeah, so I was supposed to go on vacation to the beach those 3 days that I was working, but due to my brother being exposed to corona, didn't have it, but was in quarantine for a bit, we backed out of it. So I didn't get to go on vacation, sadly, but I got to work at a fireworks stand and got paid. I got to do it with some good friends of mine from back here in town. That was quite interesting, to be honest, because I guarantee you most of those people in those stands, if you've ever bought fireworks, have no clue what they're talking about, and they're just selling you crap. Out there, we made up so many lies, and I don't want to say that as a brag, but we had to do it to sell it type of thing. They would be like, yo, what is this $300 firework thing doing? We're like, oh, big explosions. This is a finale. Kids love it. Parents love it. Everyone loves it. And they're just like, okay, I'll buy it.
How about you, Blake? I want to ask you, what did you do anything exciting for 4th of July? Do you have any stories to tell?
My friend threw a 4th of July party that I went to, and he lives in this area, but like the boonies, you know what I mean? Like the boondocks, like way out there, right? No street signs, like Apple Maps doesn't even know how to get you there. So, you're following, written directions, and he had like the most fireworks I've ever seen in my life. I went there at 5 p.m. and I left at 11 p.m. because I had work. I had to wake up early, and they were not done with fireworks at 11 p.m. It's like, yeah, we're probably gonna go to like 1, probably 2 this year. Like, dude, that, 6 hours of fireworks. You've had your fill.
Well, I do have a story real quick I wanted to just mention before we move on. So I didn't really do anything for 4th of July other than sit in my hot tub with my dad and brother, because we live right outside. Like, we have a fence in our backyard, and then on the other side it's a road, and then there's a fireworks stand on literally the other side of the fence, because there's a gas station there with the fireworks stand. So we were able to just watch the fireworks from our hot tub, basically. So it's pretty cool.
Okay.
So it was all going great. We were all having a great time, just, watching fireworks. Then all of a sudden, it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. A firework comes out of the sky and lands and hits my dad on his arm. Like, literally on his arm. Like, do you know the likelihood of that happening, for it to land exactly on my dad, not in our pool, but on my dad's arm? And it actually left like a burn on his arm. Like, it burned his arm from it.
Jeez.
So I've never experienced anything like that. Me and my brother were laughing like crazy at him, but my dad's like, that hurt really bad. But anyway, so that was my story.
That's insane. And like that's
It makes you wonder though, like, is it worth it? And then, you sit down and you think to yourself for a good hour, 2 hours, you're like, you know what? For America, I'd do anything.
When this comes out, I will be a different age than what I am now.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Pretty interesting.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. My birthday is tomorrow on the 10th. This is coming out on the 17th. So I'm going back to 6, so I'll be there around the same time. That'll be cool.
It's going to be a hoot with us 3 there.
Oh,
Yeah.
A hoot, dude. Did y'all ever do birthday parties?
Dude, Blake, I wish I would have been your friend earlier, because I had the coolest birthday parties ever. And I know
It's
Nick
true.
will
It
attest
is
to that.
very true.
It's true.
Dude.
Like, I had the best.
He has.
Nice.
Nick, I want you to explain the America's Got No Talent, because that is the best one I have
Yes,
ever
that
been.
was probably the best birthday party I've had
so
ever.
good.
I had a theme. It was America's Got No Talent. So basically, what we did was we had a red carpet that was on our driveway, and leading up to our house, and we had a red carpet. So people, once they would get out of their cars and walk down the red carpet into our house, which is pretty cool. And the goal was, we got into teams, and basically you came up with your routine, whatever it was, like minute long routine, to have the worst, like to be the worst talent you could possibly have. And it was hilarious.
Be purposely bad. That was. I don't think it was originally supposed to be teams though, was it not? Because like I remember coming into there and being like, we're not supposed to team into anybody.
I don't remember. I think we probably decided like it'd be more fun to do that. I don't know. But we had judges too.
Mm-hmm.
So like we had 3 or 4 people that were judges that acted like the judges on the show. And we had a stage that we set up, and it was so fun. You have to admit, I think Dawson and Josh, their wrecking ball was the best one of the night. Like, it was hilarious.
Easily. Then we had people there that were way too talented, but they couldn't be bad.
Yeah.
And like Grace
and
there.
Then, yeah, and then you had some of the girls who were like, they didn't want to do it. Like, they didn't want to embarrass themselves. They were like, no, I don't want to do it.
That was hilarious. That was the prime.
So apparently Blake thinks I'm purple.
You more. Because you're purple.
I don't see how I'm purple, but
You're red, but then the camera plus the green background, it also just.
Yeah, well, I'm red
Yeah.
because I have a light shining in my face, and it's really hot in this room that I'm in. So I'm gonna get progressively more red right now. So
He's turning
luckily
into
it's
cherry.
luckily it's an audio thing, so y'all won't be able to see it. But yeah, I don't know if for sure it's happening, but it's a very strong possibility that TikTok will be banned. I hate it. I deleted TikTok, by the way, the other day. And I'm so upset because I don't know what to do with my life anymore. I really don't. I have no idea what to do. Like, I deleted it 2 days ago, and I don't know what to do now. So
Wow. Okay. So me, Nick, and an unnamed individual who shall remain anonymous because his ideas are stupid.
okay.
Had a very deep intellectual conversation recently. Was it Mike Pompeo addressed TikTok as a possible national security threat, and that is because that TikTok's parent company is a Chinese company. My position is, regardless of its threat to society, it's a stupid app.
Oh my gosh. What?
You're just watching people dance. So, I mean,
I can't believe you just said that, Blake.
I was a big fan for Instagram, big fan for Snapchat. Just, I don't know. TikTok just, it's not a slice of orange meringue pie, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Blake also, I think we mentioned this, I think in our first or second podcast, talking about Vine, and it's really Vine.
Yeah, Vine was, I love Vine. And okay, TikTok adapted from Music Lily, okay? And that it just isn't, you know what I mean? TikTok playlists are kind of where it's at, just get a little vibe going.
On the DL, get a little, can't see that, but I'm shaking ferociously. There we go. The thing is like, so this unnamed person, I want to explain this point here. This unnamed person that we're talking about, he was saying that it doesn't matter because everything is spying on us anyway.
And the
U.S. to an extent, that is true.
And because the U.S. companies sell their data, and that who's stopping them from selling to a Chinese company or the Chinese government, etc.
Nick, let me hear what you have to think, because you obviously have some care because you used it actively, proactively. I watched Rockets basketball with you while you were on your phone watching TikTok. Yes. So, I mean, like, what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I have deleted the app, and it pained me very much when I did. I did not want to. What I'm saying is I deleted it. It pained me a lot because oppositely from y'all, I love TikTok, and it was amazing. And I might have loved it because I got addicted to it, because once you start on TikTok, you can easily get addicted to it. I don't know. I know, Nick, you haven't had it before. Blake, have you actually had it? But did you have TikTok for a while?
I had a TikTok. I never actually made an account, but I had the app when it first came out. And that was during like the really meme time, when it was really meme.
Kanye West has come out and said he is running for presidency.
My man.
So what do y'all think about that?
Like, I'm gonna take this first because I have an opinion on this one. So Kanye 4 years ago said that that he'd support Trump, and he's not going to run for president until 2024 because he supports Trump. Kanye's recently gone really right. A lot of BLM people like disown him, and a lot of like blacks want to just say like, nah, he's not a part of our community anymore. He's pretty right now, which is interesting. Right as in conservative, right? So honestly, this is a genius move by him, I think. And I think he's supporting Trump with this. because what he's doing is he's taking away the impartials that are going to Biden, and taking them away from Biden. He's taking away part of that black vote that wants to go, that is doing anything they can to avoid Trump by putting himself on there. And he's just taking the, like, I have no clue votes. So he doesn't, there's no way he thinks he's going to win. And he has repeatedly said he's rooting for Trump.
But if you can give a little sneak peek of what's coming on season 2 of your podcast.
Yeah, Blake, you want to start us off here?
All right. So first of all, we have a whole new logo, huge new logo. I love the logo. I made it myself. We'll show pictures. We'll do an IG live going to explain the detail put into it. There's a lot of design elements that I really enjoy about it. But so that's the first thing, new logo.
Do we all enjoy the new picture?
Nick, shut up. Number two, we will have a new name. There will be a new name. There's going to be a new name.
We're doing a little bit of a leak right now. Nick, I need you to tell me something. I need you to be brutally honest. I've known you for, I don't know, first grade or whatever.
In 14 years, yes.
I need you to be blunt. And you've known Blake for a month, which is practically the same thing.
This more than more than a month, but
it's been like a year, Nick.
Yeah, you're coming up on your year anniversary. This is where you become blunt in a relationship. This is where the relationship goes to the next level.
Well, I can be blunt with you, Nick, because I've known you for so long.
Okay, now I need you to be that blunt. I need you to be that blunt with Blake.
Better be nice, Nick.
This is the next. Okay, I gotta find it. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Podcasts and stuff.
That's horrible.
That's horrible.
Awful. That is not a name for a podcast.
That is the worst thing I have heard. Thank you, Blake.
Yeah.
Again, I have not put effort into this, so I respect Blake for putting in effort.
Well, I have part of the name that I would do.
Oh.
Something with like bubbly.
Bubbly.
Like with bubbles, something bubbly, because I know y'all have talked a lot about like hot tubs and like just something bubble. Like I don't know. I can't think exactly, but
I think you've got something with bubbly.
Bubbly.
Yeah.
Bubbling.
If we had more time on this podcast, I would come up with one, but I will. No, you can't do bros again.
The Bubbly Bros.
No, you can't say bros again.
Yes, we can. Nick,
okay. Well, I'll take it.
We're taking it. Okay, Nick.
Sweet. Okay, so I came up with it.
Name.
Thank you.
Nick, we're the Bubbly Bros now.
Bubbly Bros.
That's cool because y'all both have bubbly personalities.
Oh,
so
thanks.
Actually works really well.
Nick, shucks.
That's so nice.
Shucks. If y'all want, you can give a plug to your podcast and or your social media. So Blake, what about you first?
Yeah, follow at Bickle Bros on Instagram. We're gonna be dropping our season finale. So watch it. It's actually a really good episode. We talk about a lot of the changes coming to the program, etc. Yada yada. If you enjoy Bubbly Bros with bubbly personalities talking about water and entertainment and food, then come and sit at a dinner table sometime. You know what I mean?
Pickle up Nell ham.
Blake Everett _.
Nice.
Yeah, make sure to give us a follow as we post the most fire content all the time.
And will y'all be coming back to YouTube, or are y'all gonna stay away?
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. And we're exploring other options like SoundCloud.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
We love free options. We love our free options.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, thank y'all so much for coming on to the show. I appreciate it. And I guess that will do it for this video. Go follow this channel on Instagram at College and Back. And also, if you haven't subscribe, please. And go follow Nick and I have a channel, N Squared Sports, so go follow that as well.
For the most fire.
Yes.
Sports
take.